Hey everybody, Dr. Mike here. Welcome to my channel. We normally talk about drugs and nutrient depletion here, but if you looked at my thumbnail, you saw it said something about the leading cause of nutrient depletion is food. So that's called a clickbait when you put up a thumbnail that gets everybody's attention, so I hope it worked. So what we're going to talk about today is junk food. To start off with, the government has statistics on the leading causes of death and disease in the United States, and those include, number one is, I think, heart disease, which means atherosclerosis, which means that you're having plaque formed in the arteries going to the heart, and if it gets thick and cuts off the blood supply, you have a heart attack. Or it could be plaque going to the brain, and it can cause a clot, which can cause you to die. So you've got heart disease, you've got cancer, and strokes. Number 6 on the list, though, is diabetes, and that's type 2 diabetes. What that means is that you have developed resistance to the action of insulin. And insulin is what brings sugar or glucose into the cells to be used as a source of energy. So when you're eating too much junk food, which of course is loaded with sugars and fats and all this sort of stuff, you're probably going to develop type 2 diabetes at some point in time. So based on all that stuff, let's kind of take a look at junk food and what's in the grocery store. Now, I went to a grocery store, well, I've been to a grocery store just yesterday, but one day, a couple of months ago, I walked around just to see how much space is devoted towards junk food, and according to my estimation, it looked to me like about 70% of the space in a grocery store is devoted to food that has no nutrition, food or drink that has no nutritional value, junk food. Now, it's not the grocery store's fault, it's our fault because we're the ones that are buying it. And if there is any message I could give out today, it's quit buying junk food. So the first aisle I thought I would look at today, or even just talk about, is the potato chip aisle. And if you look down the potato chip aisle, I mean, there are just tons of potato chips and crackers and all. It takes an entire aisle up. And this is one of the ultimates in junk food. I did a little research, which may or may not be true, I don't know, but it says that Lay's, which is the leading seller of potato chips in the United States, sold $4.13 billion, that's billion, not million, $1 billion of potato chips last year. We spent $4.13 billion on a piece of junk food that had no nutritional value. All we really did is make that particular company rich, and probably the drug companies too, because everybody's getting overweight and sick and going on drugs, and they're making a fortune at it too. But we're doing that. It's not the grocery store. And of course, the only way to stop that is for us to stop buying it. And I could guarantee if everybody in the United States, which probably won't happen, but if we could all just one day not buy any potato chips, somebody might pay attention to us. Because we have the power, and the power we have is our money, because that's what they all want. So, if you get some potato chips, what exactly do you get out of them? Well, number one, you're going to gain weight. You're going to do it. I mean, how many people buy a bag of potato chips? I'll just eat 2 or 3 of them. That doesn't happen. The potato chips have salt in them. They have oils, bad oils in them, and they have carbohydrates in them. And you may, say, well, this is, I like the taste. I mean, that's sort of it, but it's all bad. And the carbohydrates ultimately turn to sugar. And you're thinking to yourself, well, how can it be turned into sugar if it tastes like salt? Well, when the carbohydrates get down into your intestinal tract, the body converts them into sugar, glucose, and your glucose levels go up. Too much glucose turns into fat, you gain fat, plus the insulin resistance and all that sort of stuff. They also have a bunch of salt, which could increase your blood pressure, although that's debatable, but That is a possibility. They're full of omega-6 fatty acids from the bad oils that they use to fry them in, which cause inflammation, and they cause cravings in you. You're craving the salt and the fat, and they know that. That's why they put it in there. And finally, when they bake or when they fry these potato chips, whatever they do, they create a chemical called acrylamide, which according to the National Cancer Institute can cause cancer. So that's kind of the rundown. Now people say, well, I'll just get baked potato chips. Trust me, I've researched that. They substitute other things in there and they're just as bad, if not worse for you. And then, oh, well, maybe I'll go buy some organic potato chips. Well, I don't care if they're organic or not, and you spent 10 bucks for them, they're still potato chips. Organic means nothing when it comes to junk food. So, just to let you know, these are the chips that I normally buy. They're called sea salt pita chips. And after researching this, I promise you I will never buy another bag of those again. So I'm going to do my part. I hope you do your part. I hope you would share this video, and maybe it could be the start. I wish there was somebody that had, you know, had like millions of viewers and would do a video on junk food. So if anybody knows anybody like that, let us know. So if you like the content, please subscribe and maybe hit a like. That helps my channel grow. But please share it on your face. All you have to do is hit that share button and it goes to all your friends and everything. And let's see. Finally, quit buying junk food. And the first ones we're going to be looking at are potato chips. The next video, I'm thinking of going into the cereal world. Okay, thanks again, and peace.